Hey, what's up guys? This is Yag. I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial for you today in VRoid. My first tutorial, so I apologize if things are a little wacky. We're going to be starting with a base model, of course, and for me, visually, I don't like seeing just like the base color, especially when I'm working on like POC models, which I like to just pick one. Normally I do an eyedropper tool and I'll go get the exact color for the reference, but there's no reference in this, so we're just going in. I like to turn off the blush because it starts out with a god-awful white color. And this is the base hair it starts with. Sometimes I like to leave it up to give a sense of hairline placement. Other times I don't. Whatever, it's up to you. I also like to take off the outline on my models. I just personally don't like it, and I'll adjust the shading. These are all optional. You don't have to do it this way. I do. Depending on how you want your hair to go, you can do it different styles. You can do it on the front, you can do it on the back. I'm gonna do overall. Overall is only really recommended if you plan on making it the front and the back, because you can't add the back once you click an overall hairstyle. If you click a back hairstyle, it's the overall. A bald forehead. But we're gonna do the overall, just create new, but go to overall hair selection, make sure you got it selected right. The one it starts out with is shape to the head more, but we're going to reshape the entire thing to a ball, and I like to remove it from the head to do that so I can see it better visually. It is already somewhat ball shaped, so you kind of just have to play with it until you find a shape you're cool with. Don't forget to do both sides. I like to do the mirror tool when I do this if I'm making a, you know, round shape. I like to look at it from the top so I can see this, how circular it is. You can use the resize tool once you get the shape right, and then go from there on sizing. So we're gonna make this into a big, like, Afro bun. You can move it now or you can move it later. I'm going to move it later back onto the head. For now, I want to focus on the hair follicle, which you can start with a base material. I like to personally edit this. What I do to get the right size is I just export the base color folder. And I just like to label it hair. You're gonna take whatever program you use. I personally use Clip Studio Paint. And then you're going to open that hair texture. Alright, so now that we're here, what I actually do is I just ignore that, go here. Clip Studio has this awesome thing where you can go get free brushes to use. It's under assets. Look up textured hair, afro hair, whatever. Then you get that texture. This is the brush I use. We'll do a we'll literally just draw with it. Sometimes it takes it a few tries to get it right. Placement. The actual brush. I save over my file. Hence the I probably didn't. I'll erase this, and I'll add this, and you won't really get to see it in action until you come in here. I like to do mirror just for Now that we have a couple strands down, what we're gonna do is we're gonna reselect our selection brush so the entire thing is selected, not just hairs. And we're going to put a twist in it. Not too much of a twist. And I also like to turn down the smooth bit. Gives it more of like a erratic texture. I like to do wiggles, all sorts of stuff. Straight lines are like not the best looking in my opinion, but you can do them. That's what you put it down. And the green isn't really coming through, unfortunately, so we are gonna have to change that hair texture, but we will worry about that once we're done. So far, I'm liking this quite a bit. I am gonna go change the rim shading on it, but for now, I like it. You can always mess with the smoothness and the twisting. Make it more lively shaped, like this. Gives it more organic shaping. Doing this, though, will open up windows that you're gonna want to fill in. I think I'm also going to try adjusting the width of the strands themselves. You can also adjust thickness and the like to get it. Now I am going to save this right here because I do want to go adjust the rim lighting to make sure it's going to look good the way it is. And it looks like I'm going to turn it off all the way for this. Or go back to the hairstyle, edit hairstyle, go here, gonna edit the texture, bring this back up, we're gonna turn it off, and our whatever drawing program you use, all that, more vibrant. Insert the hair. This is now the texture. Kind of mossy, and I'm digging it. I turn off highlights for this personally. I just... there was shader colors. Kind of shades the whole... Not a fan of that. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna bring out our move tool again. We're gonna move it back. Up. Back again. And take the rotate tool and you're just gonna rotate it to your left. And voila! Added yourself a successful goofy ponytail. And now that it's on here, I am seeing that I want save as new item. Something else you can do is you can use multiple colors for the hair strands, so it's freaky or just adds depth to it. I can actually show you that really quick. Back in here. Select that. What I like to do is I just like to make a separate layer beneath it. Darker, very green. Still only showing up as a color, so we darker. Go. That adds a little bit of depth to it if you want. The other option would be to duplicate so that adds texture, but now that I'm recognizing that it's green, it is making. The other option is to duplicate the entire ball, we'll call it, and then shrinking it a little bit, just by bits, so it shows underneath. And then once you do that, plop it back down underneath. Now the only thing with doing this is it does add more hair textures, of course, that's, but too many hair textures can make the model lag, especially when you're working on it. So it's kind of a, if you want to go that route, you can. We're gonna make a new texture material, edit texture, turn off the highlight color, that, back underneath, and then now it just adds some form of depth. And it also makes the hair appear fuller, since there's no longer any holes to see through, as well anyway. I'll save this. And there you go. You have your Afro ponytail. Something else you can do. And yeah, I did the overall hair. Yeah. So since this is just that, then our hair texture.